This joy. This joy. I'm very, very proud of the work that I have been able to do as a Poet Laureate, being able to go throughout the city of Birmingham, east, west, north, south, to bring poetry as a tool for advocacy to intergenerational folks of all ages. I ask you to allow your fingertips. What I found was a hunger here in Birmingham for poetry. What I found is just people who are thirsty for the opportunity to bring creativity into their communities, into all 99 neighborhoods. We all have a story, and it's something so unique about living in the South, something so unique about Birmingham, and it's so important, I believe, that everyone has an opportunity to be heard and also to express themselves about who they are, what they love, how they see the city, how they see their communities, how they see their neighborhoods. So poetry is a way to bring about change and transformation, but also a way to get your voice heard in a unique and beautiful way. I was actually born in Greensboro, Alabama. Growing up in the Black Belt and growing up in rural America really taught me about self-sufficiency, resiliency, but also a love for family and culture. Later in life, after being burnt out from a career in education and administration, I found myself going through depression, went through a divorce. It led me to find a writing class here in Birmingham to sit with women who were writing, and it really brought me in a space where I began to write myself back together again. I started a business in 2016 called the Literary Healing Arts Foundation, and I started that business on that same red couch where I began to write myself back together again, and I said I wanted to bring metaphorically that red couch out to women who were having some of the same issues as I was having. I was a poet in residence in a small town called Harpersville, which is in Shelby County, and I got an opportunity to meet Black and white descendants of the Wallace Plantation, which is now the Wallace House, or the Wallace Center for Arts and Reconciliation. And as a poet in residence, I sat with Black descendants of people who were enslaved there, and also sat with white descendants of the enslaver, listened to their stories, and began to write custom poems that I really want to dedicate to the Black descendants of Harpersville and Black descendants of the Wallace House, but also dedicate to my Black ancestors who I believe inhabited me there when I was doing this work. This book can be found on my website, salamgreen.com, Amazon, Bookshop, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and after June 17th, it will be in all small bookshops where you locally shop for books as well. I hope people take from this book the beauty and the lived experience of Black descendants in rural Alabama and rural America. Also, I hope people take from this book that they themselves can have their own revival in their lives today.